like.
Bold.
Yeah, I mean, whether that prediction will come true, we'll have to wait and find out. It is time now for a game.
Barely lives courtesy of the Flame Guard, so in later situations should be good. Well, highly unsurprising. The first blood will be up top.
Yep. CS. This hero can be insane. As Jack Boys will be aphotic shielding. Gets Shackle as Kataomi making his way over as well. EP support on the way, though, getting blocked off by the Eidolons. Beautifully done. Snowball too late. And Tim's
managed to micro it properly. We'll stack it up.
Kataomi trapped. We'll get the Nightmare off, but Armel is also here. Dragon Tail, yeah, she puts him into the pit. It's so funny that traverses. He is stabilized so far. Kiritich gonna dodge the knife. Burrow Strike is there, though, along with the Wheel of Wonder. Epicenter to follow. TP support's coming in, though. Kiritich is gonna get pretty low, does drop. How much is it gonna cost him? Black Hole onto 2. Is there the follow-up, though? Armel's very tanky. GPK finally makes his way over, but didn't really provide much. On Abaddon 2,000 into his eventual Radiance.
It's just going to be spending the majority of his time in the jungle.
Oh, they got the Epi ready to go.
Big
Wheel
find.
of Wonder again. Actually misplaces it, and the whip is not going to be there in time. Attempting to TP out, but they still have the damage, so
even better.
Nothing is lost.
Perfect timing, but...
Yeah, oh boy. Tim's shows himself, gets the punch off. Feel like he's just going to die to that slight. Indeed, that is the case. Versus 5. Dragon Tail onto the Troll Creep.
Dragon Form is about to end, too.
Trying to create as much space as possible.
This is
Roshan just
awkward.
Having his way with the Serpent Wards is at half HP, and now there's a blink coming for Armel. But, like you said, no Dragon Form at all. Inside the Midnight Pulse, they're going to get the Black Hole as well, but a big Wheel of Wonder. Will that give him enough time to get away in his little box? Looks like it might be the case. No, he gets shackled now by Save as GPK with the Searing Chains to follow. As the Miero drops on the other side, it seems. So it's a 1-for-1. They're going to be able to clean up Kataomi. GPK, apparently he wants to fight, still Save in the midst of all of this. He's going to drop. You get the support in the form of the Ringmaster. Now GPK on the run. The Sleight of Fist dodge as Kiritich coming to play as well. Has that Deso in tow. Jabs inside that Snowball, but not for too long. They want to go for GPK. They're going to lose one first, though. It's a 4-for-4. Now it's a 1-versus-1 battle. Kiritich versus Tims, who actually died at the beginning of the fight. So in a way, a full team wipe. Triple kill for Kiritich.
Cool to ward and get some info.
Nice shard's going to be a bit annoying.
Oh.
Kiritich is going to get punched in the air, blocked now by the shards. Gets the Burrow Strike. They might be able to get the kill onto Wheel of Wonder to follow.
But Kiritich secures Aegis,
Armel's making his way over as well. The Dragon Tail ready to go.
Nicely played by Save
They
there.
have the damage
Needs
to get
cover
through
the perimeter
Kiritich.
in case
Pipe is applied right now, trying to walk away. It's going to be close. Jack
the Dragon Tail in time.
With the Radiance, but the refraction comes at the last minute, and now the Black Hole onto 2. Kiritich, there's the Epicenter from Jabs finally coming out. That's the Aegis down. Do they have enough in the bank to continue to fight here? Miero's going to be the first to fall. Save likely next. Now Kiritich stuck in no man's land. Gets the refraction off again. Jackboy's able to get off his borrowed time, and now Kiritich will burn away. Big kills from Boom as they're going to try to continue. GPK will likely be able to get away with all his mobility. Kataomi, though, will also be able to get away, it seems.
Jackie.
No need to stop now. Dragon Tail to start things out. Tims with a nice Walrus Punch onto 1. And Jack Boy's okay. He is getting very precarious here. We'll have to run away with the Crimson Guard applied or to use his ult. So Tims is the sacrifice of sorts. Now GPK wants to continue the pressure. The Abaddon super low. No ult to work with. Jack Boy's able to get off. The Aphotic Shield, though, as the grip is going to find the SK. 3 down now for Boom. Make it 4. As Betboom equalize this game, if not take the lead.
They don't know what's going on, but this could be a total travesty.
Yeah, it's going to run to many of them. Gets hexed instantly. The box to save for the time being. Now Jackie trying to create some space. Burrow striking a defensive measure. Jackie gets some help with that Dragon Tail from Armel. The punch is there. It's all over the place, in fact, but GPK is very happy. They find one right off the bat. Jabs with the Epicenter. Jackie, they're going to be able to finish off the Rasta, so... Nice pick off here, but Kiritich for that BKB. They're trying to avoid him, but Jabs in the corner, Blair Witch Project style. Will drop. Kiritich. The silence actually applied to GPK. Sleight of Fist doesn't have any remnants to work with. He's dead. Kill for Boom, and now Kiritich all alone. Do they have the catch? Not going to continue as the Black Hole goes off, but Miero's going to die shortly after, so 3 for 1.
Becky on the ward.
Oh, black hole just for the Abaddon. Can't get the ult off. Dead.
Yep,
Huge kill for Betboom. And now they're going to find collateral in the form of Tim's.
Dude, that Shaman 15 talent is just ruining him. Probably go and nullify him here with the...
Oh, they're going to start things out onto Kiritich, not taking any damage, but Armel is taking quite a bit. Serpent Ward is placed as well as GPK. We talked about the Aghanim Scepter example a lot. Okay, they're going to use the black hole. There's the Hex from save, but the box number 1 is used, and Abaddon able to get off his ult in time. But unfortunately for Boom, they lose Armel. Epicenter coming in. Miero takes a good amount of damage. Looks like he will eventually drop. And Betboom looking to reset potentially. Nice stun onto 2 with the snowball, but the damage is just overwhelming on the side of Betboom. And without this Abaddon, it feels like this is a pretty bad fight for Boom if they stick around, but they are in their base after all. PK with the BKB. Be able to take Tim's out again, apparently. The Burrow Strike a little bit too late, so that's a dieback onto the Tusk. Shackle finds Jabs, who goes into the grave as well. That's an ultra kill for Kiritich. That's a buyback to try to give the rampage to him. Welcome him to Betboom squad.
Quite telling about this late game fight that they only get one of the black holes off because he didn't have enough mana. Actually, on Enigma, using everything was too expensive. And they didn't nullify the guy that they hexed in the black hole against the box, and still a convincing victory. They didn't even use their Aegis for that. So if multiple things like that don't even go perfectly, and you still squash the enemy team, your late game
this game has ended. There's 20 seconds on the Abaddon, but 2 more members, 30+ seconds away from getting back in this. This is still against an Aegis. Wheel of Wonder trying to buy some time, but Kiritich just continuing to hit the Ancient. And the box being used to save Armel for the time being, but you don't have that much time to work with, my friend. Miero sitting in the backside with another black hole at the ready. We'll get 2, right? Make it 3. Dragon Knight gets pulled in thanks to the Aghanim Scepter. And GG eventually called, so Betboom will take this game number 1. I guess back and forth for the most part. I feel like
good competitive game.
Boom maybe a little bit hesitant at times where we thought that they could be, you know.
Big Gyrocopter carry.
I always like Pango.
Okay.
I don't like Lifestealer against Medusa specifically because you also rely on heroes having high HP to deal damage.
PL, yeah, without a doubt. When PL is, oh, hang on, Miero. He's taking a beat. He's dead.
Actually gonna dive this tower. Absolutely. John Well gets it. Obviously, you'd rather get that on the Lifestealer for the extra HP, but you'll take anything you can get here.
He has the speed aura. That's why they were able to get that kill to begin with.
Oh, nice. Do they actually have damage here? John Well comes in with the Echo Stomp. Kiritich, nice Mystic Snake, getting a decent amount of mana after the fact, but now he's going to drop real fast. TP from Kataomi, technically a 1 versus 3.
There are Betboom trying to stack both big and small, but...
Oh, Echo Slam from GPK.
Oh, they got him.
Armel gets deleted. Wow, now they have the Fiends because Kataomi gets 6 off of that kill. Jabs coming in, though. Okay, the Doom applied to the Earthshaker. John Well from the other side, trying to force him out. Tim's in the meantime being chased as well. Jabs eventually will get the tick out. Ends up being a 1-for-1 for the mids at the very least. Supports Tim's is actually staying alive, gets the Shackle on the save, and will not die as a result. Great turnaround from Boom overall. They did lose the puck first, which is unfortunate for Armel specifically, but
if this ET Spirit returns, yes, I was just going to say, the moment the Spirit returns, he can TP out. This was the only way he was going to live.
Almost done with the Manta, in fact. Oh, Tim's going to get backstabbed. Fissure sets things up. He gets off the Hex, though, and the Doom to follow. The grip onto the Doom. In the meantime, Tim's actually walking away. Nope, the chicken doesn't save him for long enough. A big coil coming in as Armel collapses from the other side. Double kill for him. But the epicenter, Miero, Infest is actually going to keep Jabs alive. Great timing. And Miero really wants to get something out of this. They will get 1. Miero with the TP.
Wow, nice.
We'll get out of Dota. A save having a battle against John Well with Kiritich on the side. Infest comes out. They actually turn this around onto the Sand King. Instead, the Nightmare saves him temporarily. Miero gets to the other side. He's actually living through this with the Glimmer Cape. And now the Fiend's Grip onto the Lifestealer. The Doom, find only to 1 right here is
Oh, well, he didn't live.
Not really going to be using it to too much of an effect. And yeah, Miero did eventually die after such an incredible escape. Turns into a double kill for Armel. And only 1,000 away from Ags as well, as Tim's actually going very aggressively on the GPK to get at the ward block and the Doom. He's dead. Great pickoff for Boom. He's going to buy back, though, and has pretty much everything at his disposal.
He's getting recalled.
Coil onto one. There's the grip. Onto Puck, but the Infest going to keep him pretty respectable on HP. Fissure to follow. Armel is fine. Jackie Boy pops out. Wants to fight. Jabs. Kind of isolated from his team right now. Tim's going to try to connect. GPK with the Enchant Totem inside that Lotus Flower area. To name that later. Armel waning Rift onto 2. Jackie. If they can get another kill into GPK, this would be a dieback. Stone Gaze is used, so Jackie not sure if he'll be able to finish this off. He does. Just in time. And Armel's actually going to get another on top of that. This is really good for Boom. Arrow, he's going to be shown. This could be a good opportunity. Actually going to go on top of the supports first. Urban Ward's not going to be too effective as Kataomi gets the grip. Do they have to cancel? They finally do. Jackie with the BKB, but the Epicenter is doing so much work. And now
dead?
Jackie does not have Infest. He is going to die one way or another, surely. GPK, he finds a little bit of distance.
No, he gave
using
up
the
on the
fissure onto the
chase.
left side, and Jackie actually does get out. So very fortunate, although Jabs was forced to try to help out his team, and he's going to expend Doom and die shortly after.
I know what kind of game it is when you doom the Caudle.
Yeah, he just wanted to get something out.
You're pissed with this Caudle just keeping Medusa alive forever, but... Well,
Buyback instantly. Kiritich, no reason to stop. Aegis is expiring soon, though.
just don't see them killing him. I don't think it really matters that much. Especially now that Doom is on cooldown. How do you possibly pierce through all of his HP?
No. Oh, they can't go for Mega, so I suppose you just give up this set and then see if there's an item on. He's going to have a BKB now.
Nice Manta dodge.
Very nice. Sexy.
Little detail.
S-bomb ready to go. Kataomi. That's a good choice. Gets off the grip, but not going to last too long. Aki ends up taking him out, but the bigger kill onto Armel. Caught off guard again. No buyback. And that could be the end of the game outright. Jackie forced to BKB. Will run away successfully.
You can keep pushing. They have creeps in mid. Kiritich could just walk up the high ground right now.
Yeah, nothing stopping them. Kiritich onto the high ground. We'll go back for the buildings. 2 more racks, 45 seconds on Armel.
Now that you've seen this game play out, you can't help but feel like Armel really had to have a defensive item here.
Yeah, for sure.
He has died so many times to getting silenced. That's his 7th death on Puck.
Jackie trying to do something. We'll have to nightfall back to base. And meanwhile, Kiritich gets the megas. GG's called. Very, very, very weird game, I have to say. Started off pretty well for Boom, but an anticlimactic ending. It's just they kept bleeding and they